Capturing content in different ways and unique spaces requires you to be able to be mobile. And what I'm showing you on screen right now is what we affectionately call the cart. It's a mobile video production command center, if you will. Allows us to capture multiple camera feeds, multiple audio inputs. It even allows us to have some scene design and a lot of different flexibility that we need on the go and in all of the different many spaces and places at the media ministry where I work. In the full video, I'm gonna actually walk you through every component that makes up this mobile production desk and how we piece it all together, why we did it the way we did, and we're gonna share with you all of those components on my Amazon shop page. So come with me over to Breath of Life and we will tear this thing down. All right, fam, I am actually on site at the media ministry where I work. It's called Breath of Life. And what you're seeing is one of the makeshift sets. Actually, I'm in the photography studio. This is a space that we use to record as well, but it was a space that we had to do a lot of work to shift things into to be able to record in this way. In this video, I'm gonna kind of walk you through this mobile cart that I've set up that allows us to be able to move into this space very quickly, very easily, record and move right back out without having to do a whole lot of setup, a whole lot of config, because everything is actually affixed to the cart. Now, I'm actually recording using the cart right now, but we're gonna use some B-roll to be able to kind of showcase some of the things that are on the cart and some of the things and the way that we have it configured. And so you can get an idea of how you might be able to use something similar. Just gonna say right here, we're gonna put a comment the first comment right underneath the video. I'm gonna pin that comment to my Amazon live page, my Amazon shop page, I should say, amazon.com/shop/Kirk Nugent. We're gonna put a link to that right there right underneath the video, because on that page, there's an idea list that's called Mobile Control Desk for Video Production. And in that idea list, I give you everything that you could ever want from this cart, right? Every component that is on this cart, except for a laptop or a Mac Mini or of some sort, because I am using Ecamm right now to record, but the cart is built in a way that you don't actually need a laptop or computer either. So keep that in mind as well. So the first thing, of course, I am using a Flexispot desk. It is basically a very basic and simple design. All we've done is it's a sit stand adjustable height desk, but what we've done is we've added wheels to it, casters to it, and those make it mobile, right? So we can kind of roll it around the office. The use case scenario here is, of course, we were looking to be able to record in our speaker director's office, in the CFO's office, in the public relations officer's office, in my office, in the director of children's content office, the videographer's office, everywhere. I mean, even in the green room, we want to be able to go in and record. And so this cart enables us to do that very quickly, very easily, get good high quality video without having to move the entire production suite into that space. So the cart that we're using is a Flexispot sit stand adjustable height desk with the wheels on it, right? So, and the wheels are also from Flexispot. On either side of the desk, we have the Huanuo laptop monitor mount. It is a single monitor mount, and then it has a tray. And in that tray on one side, I have the RODECaster Pro, the original one. We had one from when we upgraded our podcast space. So this one was kind of sitting off to the side. So I've added it to this cart to give us an additional audio inputs. On the other tray is the RODECaster Video. You can swap this out for the A10 Mini Extreme or maybe just the A10 Mini ISO Pro. Doesn't necessarily, it just depends on how many camera inputs you're going to need. Personally, I wanted the combination of being able to use webcams and HDMI or full DSLR cameras. So having the RODECaster video gave me that flexibility. So that's what we've added. The monitor arm on both of these Huanuo laptop monitor stands, these are all C clamps, and they're clamped onto the desk, so they do go rise and go down with the desk when we adjust it. And you have, kind of a raised look at your RODECaster Pro and your RODECaster video. Then you also have these two monitors that are also right there, held in place, VESA mount. I think they're both LG monitors, nothing too special there, but I have some Scepter monitors in this list that you can be able to look at, and maybe you'll swap that out for something else. But the point is, we want to be able to see a full production view of what the RODECaster video is putting out, and then also be able to see the multi-view, right? The multi-view of the RODECaster video, which shows you all of the different things up to and including the scenes that you have designed on the RODECaster video. I am still learning the RODECaster video. I'm super excited to have it, to be able to play with it. I'm actually kind of taking it back and forth between the office and home so I can really familiarize myself with it. Look out for some more content on that coming up pretty soon. In the middle of these two Huanuo arms, which have the monitor and the RODECaster Pro, RODECaster Video, right in the center, you also have a ZV-E10 on one of these same desk clamp mounts, right? I'm using the DASNY desk clamp mounts, and those are also here in this idea list over on Amazon. So the DASNY desktop mount is in the middle. The Sony ZV-E10 is on that mount, and it is then plugged into the RODECaster video, and we can record directly into the RODECaster video. But in this particular case, I am connecting the RODECaster video into my laptop and then recording with Ecamm. So that's been pretty clutch. We have on either side, right next to the RODECaster video on one side, the RODECaster Pro on the other, I should say right behind it, you have two other DASNY desk mounts, desk clamps. And on those, I have two GVM panel lights. They do full bicolor and RGB, but it allows for everything to be on the cart. Now, in this particular space, because this is the photography room in our office, there are some soft boxes with egg crate diffusers on them on two rollable C stands. And so I am using those right now, but the two LED lights that we have in the setup for the cart, they are also on this idea list, and they are all going to be, you'll be able to see how they're set up and configured. And you can control them with the dials on the back, but you can also control them with your phone if you so desire. So that has been really cool and flexible for us as well. Are you interested in building out your own studio? Are you interested in studio design or set design? Make sure you hit us up, info@howitallworks.com. All right, back to the video. On the ZV-E10, I do have a 28-70 Sigma lens. I did want the ability to kind of zoom in and out. I have the ability to kind of raise it up and down with the mount and with the desk. So that's been pretty clutch. I can record people sitting down as I am now, or I can record people standing up by raising the desk and or raising the mount. So that again makes it fairly flexible when we're talking about kind of walking into a space, being able to make some minor tweaks and being able to hit that record button fairly quickly. I do also have the Rode Wireless Pro system. So that gives me two wireless mics along with some lapels, and you have the receiver, right? But because the RODECaster video can connect to these two wireless mics, I don't need the receiver. I just simply pair them with the RODECaster video, and now that even makes it more flexible. But for my channel, I'm a purist when it comes on to audio. So I do have this MV7X, the Shure MV7X, plugged into the RODECaster Pro, which is then connected into the RODECaster video. So that gives me additional 4 ports of audio with the RODECaster Pro. the RODECaster Video does have two XLR combo jacks, right? So you can plug in XLR or you can plug in 1/4 inch into either one of those jacks. So I could essentially plug this MV7X into the RODECaster Video, but I'm trying to kind of get a feel for everything that I have on the cart and look at some of the flexibility it affords me by having it set up in this way. It is overkill, and so you're gonna be able to pick and choose some of the pieces and components that you would want. Definitely you could get away with just the RODECaster Video and not an additional RODECaster Pro, but because we had one, we have repurposed it to use it in this way, because we have found that there are scenarios where we may set up 4 chairs and have 4 mics like these, and we can't plug in 4 of these mics into the RODECaster Video. So being able to plug these into the RODECaster Pro and then having that out go into the RODECaster Video allows us that extra layer of flexibility. And again, everything is there mounted onto the cart. I also have a CCCEI standing desk clamp power strip, and it just clamps right to the desk. It has power on 3 sides, so on the front, on the bottom, and then on the back. So that has really, made my life simple, because everything I've routed on the desk, my wire management is pretty tight because I want to be able to go up and down without things swinging. So I've got everything routed to this power strip, and then that power strip is the only thing that I need to plug in. In this particular scenario where I am today, I am plugged into the wall, but I do also have in this list the Jackery power station, which I have used to power this entire desk. And it does, I want to say it'll last for maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. It's not going to last you very long, depending on what size you get. The one that I have in the idea list on my Amazon shop page, it is the exact one that you will see in this video. You'll see in the B-roll, you'll see it there, and we're plugging. We have several scenarios where I've plugged into it, and other scenarios where I have it plugged into the wall. But that Jackery power station does power the entire desk, including my laptop, and I'm able to roll from one place to the next, recording as I go. Even in some cases, I've been able to roll this outside and record in some locations just outside of this building that we're at. So that kind of brings it to a conclusion. Those are all of the items that we have on this mobile video production cart, is what I'm going to call it. We just call it the cart for short in the office here. And if you have questions, please leave them in the comments below. As I mentioned at the beginning, we're going to pin the first comment with my link, amazon.com/shop/Kirk Nugent, which is where you'll be able to find this idea list that has every component that I just listed off. In fact, that's what I'm reading from right here. And I even give you the quantity of each one that you may need to purchase. The other thing that I would say in terms of what you may want to add is this desk does not have multiple cameras. Right now, I just have one camera mounted to it, and so that's the one that you're looking at me through right now. But we also have other cameras that are on their own tripods. Maybe you can connect those using wireless. So we're playing with some of those kinds of configurations right now. But the desk can also have some additional clamps put on and some additional cameras added right there next to your primary camera. And maybe you add them in a way that allows you to get kind of a different perspective shot. If the primary camera is a DSLR, because we have the RODECaster Video and it does take webcams, we could essentially set up a C920 or an Elgato face cam or something like that gives us high quality, maybe even a Tall Air or an Ozbot. But you can set up one of those types of cameras, plug it into the RODECaster Video, and have it give you a slightly different perspective shot. Even if it's just a cutaway, it does allow for a little bit more of a production feel right from one particular desk that you're rolling in and out. So many different use cases we've seen for this. We just finished configuring it and building it out, but we are seeing so many different ways. Our eyes have been open in terms of different ways we can utilize this in our office here. And of course, I'm thinking of ways I can use this to build it out for some client projects as well. That was a lot to cover, a lot of components components, a lot of pieces, and I hope that you were able to track with us. Let me know in the comments what pieces and what components, what equipment you would add to the cart, or what things you would take away. How are you gonna build that out? And what are some of the use cases you might see that thing useful for? Did you know that I am actually capturing this video right now with yet another mobile production rig? It is much smaller, much more concise, and be sure to subscribe to the channel because that video will be dropping fairly soon. Here's one thing I want to leave you with. YouTube itself has actually just put out that vertical video is one of their top performing types of video right now. If you haven't added vertical video to your live streams, vertical video to your primary content, you are missing out on opportunities for discoverability, opportunities to grow your base, opportunities to increase your subscribers. So in this video right here, I actually walk you through multiple ways to design vertical scenes in both Ecamm and EVMux. Ecamm and EVMux are two of the primary ones that I use, one being web-based, the other being Mac only. But in this video, you'll be able to walk through all those processes. And if you click right here, I'll see you over there. Grace and peace, fam.